Hi everybody, welcome back, fair use. I'm going to show you the last two messages really that Eric put out that really spoke volumes. The last two live streams he made, one was the latest updates and Q&A. And in this one, he tells one truth, and then on his last video, he tells another truth. And, he talks so much, I don't even know if people are catching half of what he says. But I was a little shocked myself that in this video here, the very last one, he says that this was all a pipe dream. And this one, the second to last one, you know what he actually said? He's afraid, he's about to leave. Everything's blowing up here. Everything's falling apart, and all the Whitakers are taken in custody. The gig is up. The gig is up. Time to go home. Everything blew up in Eric's face. Now he's got a little bit of money to go home too, but the West Virginia State Police are checking into that. But he's kind of sad. He hasn't told his wife yet. And he's kind of afraid to tell his wife. You know why? Because every time he tries to help a family, something just like this happens. I kid you not. You know what else is even worse? He says it's always with the families with the most potential. Eric, when you showed up, you told us about your preacher daddy, that you're the son of a preacher. All these things that were supposed to really give you credibility. Dad talk and all this other stuff. But one thing you didn't tell us is that every single time you work with a family with the most potential, it blows up. You didn't tell us that in your resume when you were introducing yourself and Patrick. You rolled yourself out as this perfect good guy, good dad, all-American, this and that. The perfect hero that wasn't even needed. But anyway, Eric, can you tell us why you're afraid to go home to your wife? Tell everybody that this happens every single time that you try to help a family. Because you forgot to tell us that. But well, thanks for telling us, though, on your way out. Now that you've taken all the money, taken control of all the finances, exploited these Whitakers, and left their home in shambles with half of the family missing. But go ahead, Eric. I'm sure you'll spin some webs and tales when you get home. Just like you did to everybody else in your chat. What a victim you are. How they abused you and all this other stuff. And how sad you are. But go ahead, Eric. Tell everybody why you're afraid to go home to your wife.
West Virginia, missing my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you have that. You've been gone almost 2 weeks now.
You want to hear something crazy? Wait.
Crazier than this?
Yeah. She might be finding out by watching me right now because I haven't talked to her yet.
You haven't had a chance, yeah. You've been...
I don't know how to tell her.
And yeah.
I don't know how to tell her, dude. Yeah. It seems like every time I've tried to help a family, something happens.
Yeah.
Always with the people that have the most potential, dude.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you've seen me with this, dude. You've seen me with this. This isn't my first rodeo. It's always the people with the most potential. And it's just, do the right thing and good things will come. Work hard.
You forgot the do good things, do the right things, and work hard. You forgot all three of those, Eric. You didn't do any of them. You didn't do the right thing. You didn't work hard. You didn't do anything good. You destroyed the family and ripped everybody off and exploited every one of them. Now you want to go home as some hero. Anyway, thanks, Eric. Thanks for telling us why you're afraid to go home, because you have destroyed every family that you've ever worked with. Like I said, I sure wish you would have mentioned that to everybody at the beginning when you showed up, but that must have, slipped your mind. And now I'm going to play this clip here where this is the last 10 minutes of the last stream before he left and went home. This is his final message. You know how in The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy woke up and it was all a dream? Well, when Eric got done, it was all a pipe dream. He's going to admit this was all a pipe dream. It all blew up because it was a pipe dream. Go ahead, Eric. Tell him about the pipe dream.
On here, then this was what I was trying to avoid. I was really hoping if I could separate the money, this would all just go away.
And what I don't know what he means by that. Separate the money. If I could just separate the money, separate the money from Eric, from H and every Whitaker, from H and every viewer, from every person that loved the Whitakers and sent in money. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're separating the money from every single person but yourself. And that's why you wanted to take I believe, my opinion, I believe that's why you wanted to take guardianship of the 3 golden gooses there so they can keep laying eggs and getting donations and all this other stuff. That's the money you're waiting. And cut out everybody else. Cut out and then if you separate and get guardianship of those 3 that you can make videos on and collect cash off of and everything else, get rich off of. I mean, the first month they made $30,000 just off YouTube. Second month they made $60,000. Imagine what this month made. That's per month, and that's without any of all the other things, all the other. That's just off of these. So the last thing Eric wanted to do was separate the others that are eating the pie. He wants the whole pie. So get rid of Patrick's third. I'm sorry, I always mix their names up. You notice they both end with ick. Patrick, ick, and Eric, both end with ick. I think that's why I get them mixed up. But this one here, he wants, Eric wants Patrick out of the picture. He wants, which he has actually done. He's already done that part. He just had to get Betty and Larry out of the picture. And then he gets 100% of everything. Guardianship of those moneymakers. And everybody would be cut out. But that's what I believe he said. I wanted to separate the money. Yeah, separate every single person from their money. And it goes in his pocket. But go ahead. Eric, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Tell him about the pipe dream.
So much more that went on there with Mark, and so much more that went on here than this. This was what I was trying to avoid. I was really hoping if I could separate the money, this would all just go away. And it was a pipe dream.
It was a pipe dream.
Yeah.
It was a pipe dream. And it was not just that. That was, Betty, the choices she made with BJ.
And that's how he ends it. It's all Betty and BJ's fault that he has to go home with all the money. That's been the theme of the last week he was there. Betty missed the restraining order. BJ's fault that he can't build the house. Everything. Betty and BJ are the fall guys. They were actually perfect. BJ was poster child for fall guy. You know what I mean? Perfect fall guy. Scapegoat. But that's what he did. And this is the last few minutes of the last video he ever did. And what did he just tell you? He told you this was all a pipe dream. And I just showed you By the way, you know what a pipe dream means? You know what that means? It has to do with smoking opium. And not saying that he's smoking opium, but anybody who believes his stories might be smoking opium, because I don't know how anybody fell for this nonsense. Both of them. Both of them. Every time they came on, it came more and more obvious and more obvious. And this is the kind of stuff they were saying nobody's catching on. And the people that did catch on and say anything, you got blocked. It was this guy's job. And by the way, everybody surrounding all of his personal friends all made money off of this pipe dream. And what did I just show you a minute ago? He's afraid to go home to his wife because every single time he deals with the most potential, the families with the most potential, it blows up and he screws it. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks, Eric. Thanks for everything you've done. Yeah. How much did this pipe dream cost, everybody? Just think of I mean, I'm thinking it's got to be a couple 100,000 at least by now. I don't know what they got. Who knows? Everything was going to be transparent. We haven't seen a darn thing. We've seen a notebook with some scratch on it, that all your receipts that you kept for every single penny you spent on the Whitakers. The family that literally probably had the most potential in the whole world to be helped. People were lined up for miles with money to hand for this project. And you screwed it up, just like every single family you've worked with. Out of your own words, your own mouth. Every family that had the most potential, this has happened. Anyway, thanks for listening.